Okay, so as selalu before we start our lesson, so first thing first I want to ask you, in school currently you tengah buat?
Doing percentage.
Ah,
Like
so
like fraction to percentage, then like percentage to fraction, then like
okay,
percentage to fraction to decimal. Then from decimal to fraction to percentage.
okay. Then how is it manageable for you or is it confusing?
Little bit, but I mostly can do.
Really? Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, so okay, you have your book with you, kan?
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, first thing first I want to tell you, apa? Our lesson will be today, and you know we also have lesson tomorrow, kan?
Tomorrow.
We have tomorrow also. So I just update you first, because tomorrow will be what date? Tomorrow is 17, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, tomorrow is 17 March, yeah. Okay. So no, because the reason kenapa we have it tomorrow, because next Sunday kita tak ada lesson.
Okay.
Okay, so that's why it is brought forward to tomorrow Monday. But I think it is in the afternoon, if I'm not mistaken.
So tomorrow's same timing.
No, tomorrow, of course not this timing lah, because tomorrow you
Tomorrow's school holiday.
oh, tomorrow school holiday. Okay, for you it's school holiday. Kejap wait. Okay, tomorrow I think kan by right it's supposed to be 5 to 6:30. So it's 5 p.m.
Okay.
Okay, so just take note. So tomorrow will be at 5 lah, our lesson. Okay, then okay, so I remember last week kan I went through with you pasal decimals. But as you mentioned to me, since you are doing percentage in school, that's where apa tu you exit the group pula. Okay, hello, Ken? What happened just now?
Huh?
You exit apa? You accidentally exit lah.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, so like I mentioned, so tomorrow our lesson will be at 5 lah. Just take note. So next Sunday kita orang tak ada lesson. Okay, so if you have your book kan, I want you to turn to page 57. Then kita going to discuss that. So we are going to do percentage today. So give me a moment. And
Number 57, I know how.
okay, good. So I think you know how to do, but I still want to discuss with you. Can you see the screen that I shared?
Yeah.
Boleh nampak tak the percentage? Boleh kan?
Yeah.
Okay, kan. Okay. So I believe you already done percentage in school, so you actually have a rough idea what it meant. Okay, but I want to discuss with you in greater details lah. Dia soalan ni kan, all these questions that I'm going to give you ni, they are quite simple. But the moment nanti if I change something, it will get harder. So I need you to understand the easy ones first. Then after that, let's see whether you know what to do when the questions get harder. Okay, so let's say for this example that we are doing here. Okay, my question to you, do you know how many squares are there? Okay, before that, before I even go through this question, okay, do you know what's the symbol for percentage? Do you know?
Simplest form.
No, the symbol for percentage. It will be this symbol. Can you see something like
Yeah.
this? Zero, zero stroke zero. So this is the
Yeah, I know.
percentage symbol. Okay, good. So I just want to tell you, percentage is just another way of describing a portion of something. I repeat again, kalau contoh macam ni kan, okay. Last time if you learn kan, okay, imagine this is one whole. My question to you, if I cut into two, how do I write this in fraction?
Oh, you
This part ni.
say
If I cut into two, what is it in fraction? Do you know?
1/2.
Okay, not 1/2 1/2. So basically kan, I just take what is this? I just take 1/2, I divide by 2. So 1/2 divided by 2, in the end, what will you be getting? You'll be getting
2.
2.
One.
This is 1. No, when you have one piece kan, you cut into two, definitely you will get 1 out of 2.
2.
Correct? So basically, I'm getting half lah. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the way of describing it in fraction.
Okay.
Do you know decimal? If you want to describe half, what is it? I mean, how do you write in decimal kalau half? Do you happen to know?
Huh?
In decimal, let's say if you want to write half, do you know how to write half in decimal or not?
Decimal. I think I know.
So what is it? It will be what? So can you tell me?
1.2.
1.2? Nope. 1.2, it means one whole lah. Dia dah terlebih. So kalau in decimal, correct. 0.12.
0.12.
No, 0.5.
0.5.
Yeah. Because if you ask me, how come you see, I say again, in fraction, right, it's half. This same size ni, yang color purple ni, yang I'm describing to you, in fraction, it's called half. In decimal, you need to understand, it is actually what? It is called 0.5. Then you might be asking me here, how come it's 0.5? You know, in decimal can, let's say the same working that we did, 1 divided by 2. If I were to do my long division, who's supposed to be inside this bus stop? Is it number 1 or number 2?
I'm supposed to be number 1.
Betul? 1 always must go, the first number must always go inside. The other number must be outside the this thing lah, the working ni. So next, I want to ask you, so how do we divide? So 2 times berapa nearest to 1? Is there anything that you can get 2 times anything equals to 1?
No.
No, so usually we put 0 lah. So 2 times 0 will be 0. So when you minus, you akan dapat 1. Then what do you do? Can you see you must put a decimal point, you must add a 0 here. Ingat lagi?
Yeah.
Then you bring down the 0, you become 10. So because you got a decimal point there, I also have to write a decimal point on top. Okay, so now you ask me 2 times how many get 10?
2 times 5.
Correct. So 2 times 5, you will get 10 lah. So 10 minus 10, your answer will be 0. So what is your final answer then, if you look properly? It is 0.
0.5.
Correct. So in decimal, you will write it as 0.5. You get what I mean?
Yes.
So this same half ni, yang you nampak the portion half ni, in fraction it is called half, in decimal it is called 0.5. So now, this topic that you're going to learn, or you have already learned, which is percentage, there is another way of describing half, which we will learn later. Do you think you know not? Kalau percentage half means how much?
Percentage half.
Okay, if you don't, okay, so tak apa, nanti you will discover it, okay? In percent. Sorry, again?
Huh?
Are you saying something just now? No,
No.
No, okay. So I thought I heard you say something. Okay, so kalau in percentage ni, okay, nanti we are going to discover later how do we write half in percentage. So like I say again, what you are trying to learn is actually trying to describe a portion of one whole. Okay, so we start with the first question here first, which I need you to master it well. Okay, so you nampak ni kan, how many squares are there in total?
100.
100. Okay, so how do you count it so fast? You got 100. Is there a fast way to
Count by
count?
10.
Sorry?
Count by 10. Each
Okay, count
line
by 10.
is 10, so it count by 10.
Okay, good. So maknanya you count row by row lah. Okay, so or column by column by 10 pun boleh. So the fastest method is actually you know that this is 10 square. This is also 10 square. So what we can do is we can just multiply them, like how you calculate area. You understand? Area of a square is like length times length. So if you take 10 times 10, so how many squares will you be getting? You'll be getting 100 squares. Got it?
Yeah.
That's a quick way of counting it. Rather than you count manually 1, 2, 3, which is slow lah. But I know you use another method, which is actually to count them in groups of 10. So groups of 10 will be something like this, right? This is 1, this is 2, 3. So basically, when you're counting 10, 20, 30, 40, is the same as what I'm trying to do down here. I just take 10 times 10 to get the answer 100. Boleh?
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you know there are 100 square, so I need you to understand, basically this is referring to the total number of square. I repeat again, total number, okay, I put short form of squares. So then after that, if you want to find the same thing, they usually will ask you for the shaded or the unshaded part. So down here, you need to count, if you look properly, how many parts is shaded. So as what you mentioned to me just now, this whole column is actually how many squares? Is 10, right? Oh, sorry. So as you mentioned to me, column by column is 10. So this is 10, this is another 10, this is another 5. So kalau you kira, so maknanya I need you to write like this first.
It's 25.
25 what?
25 out of over 100.
25 over 100. Okay, so you see, I need you to write in words first, like what you see at the solution here, which is like this. So first thing first, you need to describe in words dulu. So maknanya you have to tell me it is 25 out of 100. So when you say 25 out of 100, then you put equal sign, it means in fraction is like this. So students, right, always pronounce wrongly. Even sometimes as a teacher, also we didn't pronounce fraction correctly. You know, people always, if I ask you to pronounce this, how do, okay, yeah, if I ask students sometimes to pronounce this, you know what would they say? 1 over 4. Actually, the correct term, right, is not 1 over 4. How you read is actually 1 out of 4. In fraction, right, the line means out of. So that's why when you do this question, when they tell you 25 out of 100, when you put in fraction, how does it look like? So it will be like this 25. This line represent out of, then 100. So in fraction, right, the denominator is always referring to the total number of squares, which I hope you understand. So this is referring to the denominator, basically, 100. So 25 is referring to what? The one that the question mentioned, which is actually shaded. Are you following?
Yeah.
Okay, so once you get 25 out of 100, right, it is so easy to change to percentage. So what happens is I need you to understand when the total number below is 100. So in the end, right, when you want to change to percentage, right, it will just be 25%. You just write 25 here. Then can you see the out of 100, this one will become percent. It will just translate to a percent symbol. Do you get it? Then they say 25% of the figure is shaded. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Can ah? So I want to ask you. So now, if I were to ask you, guys, 25 out of 100, this is in what? This is actually in fraction form. Correct? I put short form. Is it the same as 25%? Are these two the same, left and right? In terms of portion, are they the same?
No.
Why no?
Because you need to make it smaller.
Who?
The 25.
Out of 100.
Yeah, so it's divided by 5.
Okay, so I understand something you want to make it into simplest form, but like I said again, down here we are not trying to make it into simplest form. I'm just asking you to compare what is 25 out of 100 and what is 25%. You know this shaded part, right? When you, oops, sorry, okay, I know it's a bit low. Okay, I need you to understand. Can you see this shaded part? When it is in fraction, I will call it as 25 out of 100. However, when I'm calling it in percentage, how do I count this shaded part? It is actually 25%. So I'm telling you 25 of 100 and 25%, they are the same thing. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I try to explain to you again. I say again, fraction, the size of 25 out of 100 and 25%, they are the same thing. If you ask me, Che, how come you say it's the same? I don't understand. You look at this figure. How many squares are shaded out of 100? For fraction, 25 of 100. So how do I translate from fraction to percentage? How do we read this? This is still 25%. Can you see? So basically, both of them are the same thing. But just it is just that one of them is described in percentage. The 25 over 100 is actually being described in fraction form. So you need to be clear on this. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so I say again, when every time when you do from fraction, right, when you want to convert to percentage, right, when the total number is 100, it's easy. So you just take the numerator, which is 25, you put, then you just add the percent symbol, just like that only. Can?
Okay.
Can or not? Is it or too much information I explain to you?
Easy.
Easy, yeah? Ooh, easy. Okay, so now what I need to do, okay, when you look at question 1, I need you to go and write these two sentences, like what you see in the solution. So first thing
Are
first,
you
can
there
you?
already?
Oh, okay, so you tell me. So how do you describe in sentence?
The 30 out of 100 squares are shaded equals 30 over 100.
Okay, so you see, well done, good. Okay, 30 out of 100 squares are shaded equals to 30 out of 100. My question to you now, why is it written in 30 out of 100? Because the description is like this, 30 out of 100. Are you clear?
Yeah.
30 out of 100, when you write in fraction, it will be like this. It's 30 out of 100, like you see in the fraction. So next, so what do you write for the percentage? So how many percent is actually shaded?
30% of the figure is shaded.
Okay, 30% of the figure is shaded. Okay, I think I don't write anything. Can you see anything or not? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I write in here, it's shaded. Okay. Okay, I want to ask you another thing. If let's say everything is shaded, right, what will it be in percentage?
100 over 100.
100 over 100. So how many percent is that?
100%.
How many?
100%.
Okay, well done. So 100%. Okay, I want you to imagine if everything is shaded, something like this. Okay, I'm just going to shade in this manner. So everything is shaded. You were telling me it's 100 over 100, correct? It is 100%. Do you know 100% is the same as what we have learned before? This 100%, right,
Yeah.
is the same as what you learned before previously. This whole thing, this is considered as one whole. Are you clear?
Yes.
Meaning the whole paper will be shaded. So when I say 100% too, it means the same as one whole. Got it? Can I?
Yeah.
So you need to understand this. I say again, 100%, it means one whole. Maknanya everything is fully shaded. So I believe you understand. So maknanya, if the question mentioned to you 30% of the figure is shaded, okay. So now you know that 100% it means the whole thing. Let's say if I want to ask you another question, what is the percentage of the unshaded figure? Can you tell me? Based on this question, which one is the unshaded? The unshaded is this part, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how many percent will it be?
70.
Okay, how do you get the answer 70? I want to know.
Because
You
because 10 divided by 10 times 7.
10 times 7, 70. Okay, so Meaning you use the figure lah. You see the figure, from the figure you can calculate, right?
Yeah.
You get 70%, correct? Mana you count row by row. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, because there are 7 rows, that's why you got 70%. My question to you, what happens if there's no figure? This thing doesn't exist. Then how? Can you see 30% of the figure is what? Just now you mentioned to me, shaded, correct?
100.
So how to find the unshaded? I just take 100%, which is one whole. I have to minus dengan the, how many percent that is shaded? 30?
30%.
30%. So 100 minus 30 will give you how much?
100 minus 30, 70.
Correct. So that is another way of finding the unshaded figure. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so I need you to be flexible. Unshaded part. Sorry. So I need you to be flexible. Okay, sometimes for a start, they will show you all this figure. But slowly, right, after that, they will not show you the figure anymore. You need to know how to calculate the shaded and unshaded part if they write in words. So you need to understand the shaded and the unshaded part will add up to 100%, which is one whole. Do you get it?
Yes.
Can or not? Is it too confusing or not?
No.
No, so I say again, every time the shaded and unshaded right will add up to 100%. Okay, then we move on to the next page. Okay, so you tell me how many squares are shaded here for question 2?
25.
25, you sure? You count again? I don't think it's 25. Okay, good try, but yeah. Try tengok balik.
Wait, I mean 24.
24, right? So you have to write down, right? 24 out of 100. Yeah, 100 100 squares. So I need you to write all these things, so that you next time bila you refer balik, you know what to do. 24 out of 100 squares shaded. So how do you write this in fraction? It will be 24 out of 100. You got it?
Yeah.
So then, how many percent of the figure is shaded?
24 over 100.
No?
24% of the
Huh?
figures is shaded.
Right, of the figure is shaded. Okay, well done. So I say again, so try to understand what I explained to you again. I repeat again. Can you see this is the fraction 24 out of 100? So I write down 24. This is actually 100 out of 100. Do you know when we change to, you see, this is fraction. I'm changing from fraction to what? To percentage. Let's say if you want to change a fraction to a percentage. So how do we change? Can you see your 24 ni will remain 24? What happened to your out of 100 here? It will become what? Because we want percentage, right? Dia akan jadi percent symbol. Do you get it?
Yeah.
You can only change this when the denominator is 100. So straight away the out of 100 right, will become the percent symbol. Then you just write down the numerator macam itu je. So it's 24%. Like what the question wanted. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. So same thing. Let's say now I change the question. I want to ask you how to find the unshaded. How are you going to do?
100 minus 24.
Correct. So it's not only just 100. So you have to take 100%. So can you just write that down? Minus 24% is equals to 70. Okay, you calculate first because I can calculate too.
76.
Wow. You use calculator mentally.
I just count the box.
Okay, 76. Okay, can. So 76%. So you put bracket. This is referring to what? This is unshaded. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to do the same thing. Can you do for question 3 juga? I want you to find you have to write down the sentence, find the percentage for the shaded part. Then after that, I want you to write how many percent yang unshaded. So can you do that? Okay, I give you some time, okay, for question 3.
For 3, I'm done.
3, you done?
Yeah.
Okay, wait, let me check first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
The answer is
So
30. Yeah, 30. Wait, what? The answer is 32.
correct. So it will be 32.
Out of 100 squares are shaded
Ah,
equals 32 over 100.
correct. Okay, 32. Okay, well done. Okay, so I don't need to write lah. I believe you write down the sentence yourself. So basically, my main concern is you know that this is 32 out of 100. In percentage, it will be how many percent?
32% of the figure is shaded.
Good. 32% are the one that are shaded. Okay, so you just write as per normal that I wanted you to write. Okay, next is once you know this shaded, same thing. So I want to ask you if I want to know the other part which is not shaded. So what must I do? I just take 100
100
minus,
minus 32.
correct. So you're not going to go and count the squares. So for me, it's like waste of time. So this one you can just straight away do your working. So 100 minus 32. So nak zero nak minus 2 boleh tak? Tak boleh. So we need to borrow. So in the end, you just borrow from these two. Like you borrow from 10, you are left with 9. This one will be 10. So 10 minus 2 will be
10 minus 2 is 8.
8. Then 9 minus 3 will be
9 minus 3 is 4. I mean 6.
6. Good. So in the end, your answer will just be 68%. So this 68% is referring to who? These are the who?
The 68 is the unshaded.
Correct. This is under unshaded part. Okay, so just write them down in bracket unshaded so that you are clear. So always remember that the shaded and unshaded, they will always add up to 100%, something like that. Okay, so that you will have a good idea. Oh, so this is how it works. Can?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I need to be kirakan familiar. Okay, so 4 and 5 dah buat ke belum?
I'm done with 4.
You're done with 4 also. Okay, so 4, how many percent is shaded? Can I know?
20%.
20%. Okay, betul? 20%.
100 squares are shaded equals 20 out of 10.
Okay, betul. So maknanya is equals to 20%, right? This is the shaded one. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I repeat again. Can you see this 20 is out of 100? For percentage, they always like to make the total parts into 100 parts. So because of this out of 100, you can straight away turn this out of 100 into the percent symbol, which is like this. Got it? Become a percent symbol. Okay, then you just, the numerator, you just put at the number here. So they can jadi 20%, something like that. Got it?
Yeah.
Can? Okay, so now, so how many percent is unshaded?
100 minus 20.
So it will be?
Wait.
Okay, can.
$80.
Betul? 80%. So 80% will be referring to those that is unshaded. Okay, so I need you to write this down so that you know. So that's how we calculate it. Okay, they're quite straightforward there. Okay, quite simple. Okay, next. Okay, question 5. So how do you get this?
10 out of 100 squares are shaded equals 10 out of 10 over 20. I mean 10 over 100.
Okay, 10 over 100. So it's actually how many percent?
10% of the figure is shaded.
Okay, good. So I want to ask you again. So let me repeat. 10 over 100 and 10%. Are they equal? Are they the same thing or different?
Different.
Different in terms of what?
The how many zeros?
Okay. When you see in terms of writing, they are maybe they do not look the same, but the size of 10 over 100 and 10%, like I mentioned to you again, by right they are the same thing. Because when I say 10 over 100, I must shade how many box? I must shade 10 box. Can you see? All these 10 boxes I need to shade. This
Yeah.
is 10 over 100. So if I were to write in 10%, 10% must shade how many box?
10% need to um
So because I put 10%, right? So means I also might have to shade 10 lah, because the total number of squares is 100. I need to shade 10 of them. Can you see?
yeah.
So my question to you again. So are they the same? 10 over 100 and 10%? They are actually the same thing. Because you shade the 10 boxes. Only 10 boxes will be shaded. Are you clear?
Yes.
Okay, so I say again, all these fractions, right, that you, all these percentage that you see, 32 over 100 and 32%, you cannot tell me they are different. They are the same thing. Because this is just that one is in fraction form, the other one is in percentage form. But in terms of the portions, they are the same. Okay, so I say again, this 32 and 32 over 100 and 32%, they are the same thing. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, you have to bear that in mind. So you cannot tell me, they are different. Kenapa different? Because they don't look the same. You cannot just base on the look. You need to understand the mathematical operation. So 10 over 100, I mentioned to you, you shade 10 boxes out of 100 box. 10%, how many squares must I shade it? I also must shade 10 squares. So basically, they both are the same thing. That's why you see, I go and write down here, what symbol is this? What is this? This is equal. Equal means what? Equal means the left and right must be the
Same.
same. So I'm telling you, they both of them are the same thing. Okay, so you need to understand, yeah, they are the same thing, but it's just that their form is different. One is in fraction, the other one is in what form? The other one is in percentage form. But in terms of the amount to be shaded, they are the same thing. Can So I hope you don't get confused on that. Boleh tak?
Yeah.
Okay, then I always interested to know, okay, so I know this one is the shaded one. So how do I calculate the unshaded?
Hun- 100 minus 10.
100 minus
10.
10. So in the end, I will get how many percent unshaded?
90%.
90% is the one that is unshaded, okay? So make sure you write this thing down dekat you punya buku, so that you are able to understand it. Okay, boleh tak? Am I too fast?
No.
Okay, so okay. Do you need a short break to rest your mind 2 minutes before we continue, or you can continue?
After a short break.
Okay, so I give you 2 minutes, you rest your mind before we start again, boleh?
Okay.
Okay, so 2 minutes so you can rest first for one. Okay, the 2 minutes is up. So are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, come. Okay, so I recap again. So okay, so the same thing that I mentioned to you just now. Okay, so ingat, so usually right, when in percentage ni, usually for a start, the total number that I mentioned to you is usually out of 100 total parts lah. So when you want to convert to percentage, it's quite simple. So the first part of the lesson, right, if you look right, we did to find how many parts is shaded. So if you look, when you want to see how many parts is shaded, it is easy to do in fraction form first. So from fraction, if I want to change to percentage, what must I do? If you calculate down here, is 25 out of 100. So since the total part is 100, so it is easy to convert to percentage. So the out of 100, right, will become a percent symbol. The 25, you just write the number as per normal. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Can? Okay, so okay, let's say I give you a question, something like this. I give you this fraction. So how do I write in percentage? You think you know? In
13
percentage is
100.
correct.
I mean,
13.
13%.
Correct. So whatever number that you see on top, you just write. Because my denominator, right, if you look, is out of 100. So bila out of 100 dia simple. Terus dia akan jadi the percent symbol. So that's how you change from fraction to percentage. You get what I mean? The issue is later when you realize that the total number there or the denominator is not 100. That one you need to do something else. But as of now, can you see 13%? If I give you 13 over 100, do you know how to change to percentage? I believe you know, which is 13%. Right? Simple. So let's say if I give you another one, maybe like this. So how to change this into percentage? So it will become how many percent?
So that will be 27%.
Right. So the 27 I will just write here. Then the punya denominator ni out of 100 ni akan jadi 27%. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Can lah? Okay, so that's how we do it lah. Okay, so now let's say if I ask you. Okay, so now I'm going to challenge you. So contoh, let's say if I give you 1/4. Then now I ask you, change this to percentage. How are you going to change this to percentage? Okay, sorry, maybe I don't give you 1/4 lah. Sekejap, let me erase. I change. I put 1/10. Okay, how do I change this to percentage?
It be so 1 divided by 10.
1 divided by 10. Then after that, what do you get?
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay, never mind, it's okay. So, I say again, I'm not here to macam confuse you or what. So the same thing. If you look from just now what we did, every time the denominator must be 100, right? So if you look down here, the denominator is how much? 10, right?
Denominator is 10.
Okay, so what do you need to do? So one of the ways, okay, one of the methods to do, right, you have to think, let's say you need to think, how do I change from my denominator? You have to make something like, they call it equivalent fraction. So you need to ask yourself, from 10, macam mana your denominator, you want to make it into 100. What must you do?
Okay.
So you must buat apa? You kena times
Times
10 times how many get 100?
times 5.
10 times 5 is not 100. 10 times 5 is actually 50. Not 5.
10
5 is not there.
times 50.
10 times 50. 10 times 50 dah terlampau banyak. Do you know 10 times 10 times? No, my question is like 10 times how many get 100? So what is the answer here must be? It's actually 10 times.
Times
So if you use your finger and count, right, 10, 20, 30, 40,
9.
50, 9. 10 times 9 berapa?
10 times 10.
Correct. So it's 10 times 10 lah. So if you use your finger, right, it's actually 10 times 10. You are right. So this is actually 10. So maknanya 10 times 10 will give you 100. My question to you now. So kalau fraction, when you times the denominator, what happens to the numerator? You also must times by the same number, which is times by 10. So 1 times 10 will give you how much?
10 times 10 is 10.
No, as in 1 times 10. 1 times 10 is?
1 times 10 is 10.
Correct lah, 10 lah. So now, bila kita nampak 10 over 100, is it easy for you to change into a percentage?
Yeah,
So, what will it be in percent?
10%.
10%?
Percent.
Lah. This out of 100 kan, akan ubah jadi the percent symbol. So, jadi 10% lah. You get it?
Yeah.
So, this is one of the ways to do it. So, maknanya that's why in percentage, right, they always like to make the total parts as 100 parts. So, let's say if your total parts is not 100, you need to do something to change the denominator to become 100. This is method number 1. I say again, this is method 1. Means you go and change the denominator to 100. Okay, method number 2, the same question. So I want you to understand this. Okay, method number 2 on how we do. Okay, by the way kan, yang this part ni, the one that I'm doing with you now ni, nanti you write inside your book. You know your book? Sekejap let me... Ada space tak? Okay, you know your book ni yang... Sekejap is there any space? Or can you write this one inside your... Apa tu? Inside your apa? You have your exercise book kan?
Yeah.
Okay, so nanti this part ni, you go and write inside your exercise book. This one. The one that I box ni. You go and write inside your exercise book. Can?
Okay.
Okay, but I haven't finished with the method 2. Method 2, I'm not done yet. So can we discuss method 2 dulu before we move on? So I say again, method 1, you change the denominator to 100, then you can change to percentage. Okay, method number 2, how you want to do? Okay, so dengar remember the fraction that I gave you at the start is actually apa? 1 out of 10. Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, so another way of changing a fraction to percentage, what you can do is you go and multiply by 100%. Okay, just dengar aja dulu. I say again, every time when you want to change a fraction to a percentage, you must times by 100%. You have to write like this, times 100 with the percent symbol. Okay, so now, bila dah macam gini, have we learned how to multiply fractions before? I taught you before kan, how to multiply fractions. So this one will be like out of 1, betul?
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we cancel?
The 10 and the 100.
Okay, but we can cancel what? We cancel the z.
The 1.
0. Not the 1, the 0.
0, 1, 0.
So we cancel 1, 0 here. Then the top also we cancel the 1, 0.
So it's
correct? So in the end, what will you be getting? 1 times?
1 times 10 equals 10.
So 10. Then below is 1 times 1. So 1 times 1 is 1 lah. So we do not care. So your answer will just be 10%. Like that. Do you got it?
Yes.
Can So I say again, this is method number 2. Method number 2, how do we do it? You go and times by 100%. Boleh?
Yeah.
Okay, so what I need you to do now, you have your exercise book with you?
Yes.
Okay, so can you just copy this box first? Yang whatever that's inside this box. Method 1 and method 2. So can you copy that first? So this is your own notes.
Okay.
This is how we change from fraction to percentage. Okay, so yeah, can you do that first? If you are done, you tell me so that I know.
Okay.
Done.
Yeah.
Okay. So confirm, you already copy down. Okay, so I want to test you again. So let's say now I give you this fraction. 3 out of 10. I want you to change to percentage. So let's say you want to do method 1. So what must you do? Can you tell me?
3/1. Then you can
3/1, 3/10, right?
you can times 10 times 10.
Good. Okay, kita times 10 ni. Kita times 10 here. So in the end, what will you be getting?
30/100 equals 30%.
Well done. Okay, good. So you akan dapat 30/100. So I say again, 30 you just put here. Then the out of 100 ni, because it is already out of 100, so simple. So we just put, dia akan jadi macam percent like that. Okay, next. That is method number 1. Let's say if I want to do by method number 2, same thing. I want to convert this fraction into a percentage. So what do? You can multiply by
Times 100/1.
100%. 100 with the 100 with the percent symbol. So you need to know 100% is the same as like out of 1 lah. So what are the things that I can cancel?
The 0.
Okay, then lepas tu?
Cancel the 100. 0.
Okay, so in the end, what will I be doing? I will getting 3 times,
3 times 10.
which is
30.
30. Then below is 1 times 1, right? So 1 times 1 is 1 whole. 1 times 1 is out of 1. So out of 1 is no, it's okay for you not to write. So your answer will be 30%. Correct?
Yeah.
So that's how we get the, that's how we convert from fraction to percentage. So I hope kalau in school keluar gini, you know what to do. Okay, back to the starting question that I asked you. Remember just now I asked you ni? In fraction, is called half. In decimal, it is 0.5. Now, I want you to change the half into a percentage. Can you do it for me? I let you choose whether you want to choose method 1 or method 2. So you try that. Sorry?
Try.
Half. I want you to convert to percentage.
Okay.
So you decide whether you want to choose method 1 or method 2. I let you the freedom to choose. So this is the fraction. I want you to change to the percentage.
I'll do method 2.
2. Okay, good. Okay, so kalau method 2, so what we'll be doing, we will put half, we times by?
Times 100/1.
Okay, 100, okay, you can put 100/1, but don't forget the percent symbol. Because you're changing to a percentage, you must have the percent symbol. This one very important. So it's just not 100 with a percent. Okay, so now, what can we cancel?
Cancel the 0.
But below tak ada 0, so you cannot cancel. So how? Just now denominator 10, you can cancel 0. Now tak ada 0. So what must you do? So let's say you tell me, I don't know how to cancel. Okay, so you can just times, you take 1 times 100, jadi berapa?
Huh?
1 times 100 will get what? I just times the numerator here. 100. Then below 2 times
1 equals 2.
2. So this will be in your answer will be in percent. So can you go and do something? 100 divided by 2, what would be the answer? So you need to calculate, you need to do your working. Unless you can tell me, you can do mentally. 100, if you divide by 2, you get how much?
Okay. Equals 50.
50?
100%.
50%. So that's what I'm trying to tell you just now. When you are trying to describing a half, if you want to describe the same portion in percentage, it is actually 50%. You get what I mean now? So I say again, so yang kat atas ni, remember I asked you to do just now, what is the answer now? So the percentage in percentage, it is described as 50%. Got it?
Yeah.
So I say again, half, 0.5, and 50%. These three, they are all the same thing, which is actually describing this thing. So I say again, this half ni, in fraction it is called half. In decimal, it is called 0.5. In percentage, this thing is called how many percent? It is 50%. Are you clear? So all of them are the same thing. So make sure you take note. So ni paling important Make sure I hope you understand how to do this. How to change from a fraction to a percentage. Very important because your exam akan keluar. Boleh?
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
No.
No Okay, so now let's look at this question pula. So just now they sheet for you, then after that they want you to tell how many percent. Now the question, what do? They never sheet for you. They give you the percentage. So how do you sheet? So this one is 20 kan? So we know that we have to sheet 20 boxes. Got it?
Yeah.
So you maknanya, okay, so now kan they give you in the percentage 20%. You need to change to fraction. So how do you change to fraction? 20% is the same as 20 out of 100.
Good.
100. So that's why I know I need to shade 20 boxes, which is what I've shaded down here. So you need to convert your percentage to fraction dulu, baru you shade. Okay, so can you see like what they did down here? Then after that, they go and put 20 out of 100 is the same like this. They put in words. Boleh tak?
Yeah.
Is it so difficult? Okay, no Okay, so let's try. Okay, so let's try the first one. So 30%. Sekejap 30% ni, I convert to, this is what? This is in percentage, right? I need to change to fraction. So what will it be in fraction?
In fraction, it will be 30 over 100.
30, see, you like to say the over, right? I tell you, the proper term is not 30 over, it is actually 30 out of 100. So once you do that, you need to write in words, so it's like 30 out of 100. So fraction is not over, the proper term is out of. So now, how many boxes must I shade?
How many? 30 boxes.
30 boxes. So can you shade the 30 boxes?
Okay.
Okay, another thing I want to tell you, when you shade the 30 kan, please don't do pattern. Some of the students are in school, when you know you need to shade 30, you know what they do? They go and shade like this. Okay, they go and do all the design pattern to make it into 30 boxes shaded. So I would not recommend you to do that because it's like waste of time. So I would rather you shade like column by column or row by row. You get what I mean? This is one row, this is two row. So two row is already how many squares?
20.
20. So I need to shade another row, which is actually the third row. So you need to shade 3 rows. You get what I mean?
Yeah, that.
Done. So I say again, you're supposed to shade 3 rows. So your dapat this is 30. Can? So something like that. Okay, so that is 30%. So question 1 is done. Okay, next, I want you to do 40%. So kalau 40%, you change into fraction, what will you be getting?
40 with 40 out of 100.
Out of 100, well done. So you need to write that in words. So you know that you need to shade 40 out of 100. Okay, sekejap Can you hear me now? Dia dengar tak?
Yeah.
Wait because my AirPod dah flat. Okay, still can hear me
Yeah.
Okay. So now you nak kena shade 40 out of 100 that I mentioned to you. So how many boxes must you shade?
Must shade 40.
40 yeah. So if you shade 40, what will you, can you shade 40 for me first?
I shade already.
You shade already? Actually, can you tak boleh shade kat ni Can you annotate? You cannot shade kan on the screen. Boleh ke tak ni
Cannot.
Cannot Okay, tak apa. Okay, so 40 tu maknanya how many columns do you do? So basically it's like 4 columns, right? So something like this Can you see these 4 columns? I will shade in that manner lah. So just shade macam gini. Do you shade like this or you shade by row?
I shade by like that.
Like this like what I just shade, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, correct So maknanya just make sure that you have to shade 4 columns. Okay? because columns is vertical, row is horizontal. So I hope you understand. Okay, next, 52%.
52 is 52 over 100.
Okay, good. So not over, it's 52 out of 100.
Out of 100.
Yeah, so now, so can you shade for me 52?
I share already.
Shade already. So maknanya, okay, how many columns do you shade first?
5, then you will share extra 2.
Good. So I will first focus on 5, like what you mentioned to me. Then I shade everything. So after you shade everything ni, then baru you shade another 2 more squares to make it 52. Okay, good. So that's 52 out of 100. Okay, 1%.
1 out of 100.
Okay, so then you have to put in words. It's actually 1 out of 100. So how many squares must you shade?
1.
Yeah, so it's just one tiny one. This one kalau one kan, you want to try to be creative, you want to shade anywhere of the squares, I don't mind. No, you want to shade here ke apa, tak kisah, because there's only one, easy to count. But you don't come and tell me when you put 40 ke 50 kan, you want to do design, then like that wasting time lah. Okay, so far from question 1 to 4, is it okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's move on to question number 5. So, okay, this one 100%. So 100%, how do you change into fraction?
100% change it to fraction.
Yeah,
100 out of 100.
correct. So it's 100 of 100. So maknanya you write in words kan is equals to 100 out of 100. So my question to you, how are we going to shade this?
100 out of 100, so just shade 100.
So it's
Share everything.
correct. So basically we are just shading everything. So ni senang. So you just shade everything. Okay, so I need to shade macam ni. Okay, so just make sure everything is be shaded. Okay, so usually I shade macam ni lah. Just make sure everything shaded. Okay, this is how I shade. So in exam in school pun I want you to shade in this manner. Just shade from one end to one end. You don't come and tell me, when they ask me to shade 100 kan, you're going to shade like this, Kita tak ada masa nak shade one by one like this. If you shade like this, right, you're wasting time already. So that's why what I did is I just shade across. Okay, so you just shade. Just make sure that all the squares is being shaded lah. Tu je I need you to do. So just shade je. Just shade across like that. Okay, it's quite straightforward.
Okay.
Okay, boleh? So that's how we do it. Can
Yeah.
Okay, so so I believe you understand already how to convert the percentage to fraction or fraction to percentage. You fully understand. Okay, so I give you another 3 minutes break before we continue to the next part, which is something to do with a bit of work problems.
Okay.
Can? So I give you 3 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, are you there already? Okay, once you're there, you tell me. Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay, so we are going to start doing this question, which is on page, alamak, tak nampak page here. Do you saw example 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to explain to you how to do this kind of questions. Okay, so okay, when they do for you, okay, so I will teach you a bit of model drawing also, so that hopefully from the story that they give you, you'll understand how to draw a model drawing if you need to. Okay, so kalau you tengok this question kan, they tell you there are how many animals in the farm? If you
There
read the
are 100 animals in
okay.
the farm.
So good. So maknanya 100 animals. So I want you to put down here, bracket on top. This is you put the word total. Okay, 100 animals ni in the farm ni. This is the total animals in the farm. Can?
Yeah.
Okay, next, what I need you to understand is, lepas tu dia cakap apa? 30 of the animals are
30 of the animals are chickens.
okay, so maknanya chickens ada how many of them?
30.
30. So you take 30 ni, you draw arrow, you point to the chicken, so you know. So 30 chickens, there are 30 of them. Okay?
Yeah.
Then after that, you need to understand there is this another type of animal which is the ducks. The rest are the ducks. Okay, so now the question is asking you what percentage of the animals are chickens? So read carefully. What do they ask? They say they want to know what percentage are chickens of the animals are chickens. So you need to find the percentage for chickens. So first thing first, how many chickens are there in the farm?
There are 30 chickens.
Okay, 30 chickens. So I need to write this 30 in terms of fraction first. So what is the total number of animals in the farm?
Huh?
What is the total number of animals in the farm?
100.
100. So when in fraction, I have to write 30 out of 100 as what you see here. So 30 out of 100, what do they want to do? This is referring to chickens. You need to understand again. This 30 out of 100 is referring to chickens. This is in fraction, but the question do not want you to answer in fraction form. They want you to answer in percentage form. So 30 of 100, if you change to percentage, what would it become?
30 are 100 of 30%.
Right. So ni kan, this is fraction. So but they don't want in fraction form, they want in percentage. So percentage, what will you be getting? So you will get 30%. That's what you mentioned to me just now. So this out of 100 ni, dia akan tukar jadi percent punya symbol. Got it? Something like that. So now you already answer for part A. So how many chickens are there? How many percent? It is actually 30%. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so now my question to you.
Oh,
Kalau the total number of animals, which is the starting total ni, this is actually how many percent? All the animals in the farm, that one is actually how many percent?
huh?
All the animals in the farm, that one is considered as how many percent?
100%.
Right. So starting is must always, every time starting, right, everything is always 100%. So now you know chicken is 30%. Macam mana nak kira ducks? What must you do?
The ducks are 100 minus 30.
Correct. So that is like what I did just now. Remember just now we did shaded and unshaded. If I want to unshaded, I minus can. So same thing down here. So you have to take 100%. You have to minus can chicken, which is actually 30%. So I mentioned to you again, this one 30% is referring to who? This is referring to chicken in percentage, chickens. So 100 minus 30, in the end, your final answer will be 70%.
Then
So this one is referring to who? This is referring to ducks.
ducks.
Do you got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now dekat you punya ni, I want you to draw this model drawing just for you, for your info on how to understand the meaning. So you just draw a whole block macam ni. Okay, then what I need you to draw is, okay, you draw this arrow, then you pergi taruh there is 100 what 100 animals. Okay, the whole thing ni, the whole box ni is actually referring to 100 animals. So just now remember you tell me 100 animals ni sama dengan how many percent? You were telling me 100 animals in is the same as 100%, something like that.
Yeah.
I need you to write both. I need you to write the animals, I need you to write the percentage. So can you draw this first?
Okay.
Okay, I give you time to draw. Once you're done, you tell me.
You're done.
Okay, done eh? Okay, so next, remember they tell you there are 30 chickens. So what you need to do to the model drawing, you need to cut them. So what must you do? You put here down here 30. This 30 is referring to what? Is referring to chickens. Okay, jap eh. I think you need to write something like 30. Then you put here chickens. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay. So 30 chickens ni, 30 ni, the 30 chickens ni, I say again, this is in terms of animals. Okay, I say again, this is animals, 30 chickens. But in terms of percentage, which you calculate just now, 30 chickens ni is actually how many percent? It is actually 30%. So I need you to put the percentage right in bracket. So there are two numbers now. Every box ni represent two numbers. In animals, it is 30 chickens. This same box in percentage is 30%. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Okay, I say again, this whole big box ni is 100 animals. When you talk about animals, in percentage, how much is it? This whole big box, it is actually 100%.
Then
So every box means two things in percentage in your model drawing. So you need to understand that. Okay? Okay, so kalau ni chickens, then just now we calculate. So what is this referring to next? Wait, so this one is basically referring to how many? Referring to what animal? This is referring to ducks. So what do you get for ducks?
ducks is 70%.
70%. In terms of percentage, is 70%. But in terms of ducks also, it will be 70 ducks. Are you clear?
Yeah.
Physically, there will be 70 ducks also. So I need you to have this model drawing drawn dekat you punya example ni. Boleh tak?
Yes.
Okay, so do you understand how to do this question? It's quite straightforward kan?
Yeah, I think I can.
Can ah? Okay, so okay. Let's try question 1 on the next page. Can you try question 1? So I want you to solve this, then kita discuss. Okay, I give you 2 minutes for you to try first, can? Okay, so can you
Yes.
please? Once you're done, you tell me, eh?
Boleh tak? Is it too difficult for you? If you are stuck, you tell me.
That
Done. Okay, so I just want to ask you, so there are a total of how many vehicles in this question?
100.
100 So basically, I would prefer you to go and write in your book, put bracket kat atas ini, underline the 100 vehicles, just put this as total. Okay, kenapa nak kena letak macam ni? So that you know that this number will go to the denominator. Remember when you change to fraction, right? The denominator will always be interested in the total number of vehicles. Okay, then they tell you 45 ni is referring to which vehicle?
45 is lorries.
Lorries. Okay, so you draw 45, right? You draw your arrow to your lorries. So you know that lorries are the 45. Okay, then they say the rest are what? Motorcycles. So I want to know, your lorries is actually how many percent for part A?
Lorry is 45%.
Okay, so how do you get 45%? What do you do?
45 out of 100 equals 45 over 100.
45 of 100 is equals to, just put 45. Then this thing you just need to change to
100.
not 100. We're just, because you want to change to what? Percentage, right? Because they ask you what percentage, right? So you just become percent symbol percentage lah. So it's 45% lah. Got it?
Yeah.
So in the end, it becomes 45%. That's it. Boleh?
Yeah.
So that's the answer for lorries. Okay, then if you want to find for motorcycles, what must you do?
Motorcycles is 100 minus 45% equals 55.
Good. So well done. Okay, by the way, the 100 you must write with the percent symbol. So 100% minus 45%, it is equals to 55%. Something like this. Boleh? So this is referring to who? This will be the motorcycle.
Cycle.
Okay, so like I mentioned to you again, so when we draw the model drawing, the same thing, I need you to just draw this so that next time the harder questions, right, you might need to draw model. I know these are simple questions. To you, no need to draw, but when it is simple, we need to learn how to draw it. So I want to ask you, what is the total number of vehicles you have to put on top here? It must be how many? 100 vehicles. Okay, so 100 vehicles is the same as how many percent? In percentage, it must be 100. How many percent?
It must be what?
100.
100%.
You understand? So dia mesti 100%. Okay, sorry if it is like blocked by the words. So just put 100% above the word 100 vehicles. So you need to understand this whole model drawing when you're talking about vehicles is 100 vehicles. But if the question is asking for percentage, your answer is supposed to be 100%. Okay, next. Then you need to cut a certain portion of it. This is actually for who? For lorries. So lorries are how many lorry? The question mentioned. There are 45 lorries. Correct?
Yeah.
So how do you write the 45 lorries in percentage? It will be how many percent? So I put in bracket. So the 45 lorries will be 45%. Right? That's what you find, right? For your answer for part A, am I right?
Yes.
Okay, then after that, what will be your answer for the next one, which is actually referring to who?
Cycle.
Motorcycles. So motorcycles are how many? How many percent is it in the end when you calculate?
Motorcycle is 55.
Right, 55%. Okay, that's why your answer, right? You always have to label, so it's easy for you to understand. So motorcycles is 55%. Are you clear? So
Yes.
in terms of percentage, it's 55% motorcycles. But kalau if I ask you how many motorcycles are there physically, if you ask the motorcycle, how many motorcycles would that be? It will be 55 also. Okay, so currently the questions are quite easy because your denominator is 100. Later, when the total parts is not 100, that's why it's a bit challenging for some of the students. Okay, so I hope you understand how to do this question one. Is it easy?
Yeah.
Can I? Okay, so now I want you to do question 2 pula. Okay, so this will be the last question for today. So can you try first? So for this question, I want to ask you, 100 is referring to who? Triangles only or both triangle and squares?
No, triangle and square.
Right, so triangle and squares, the total is 100. So take note of that. So I say again, 100 is referring to both triangles and squares. So these both. Okay, so is that not one of them? It's for both shapes.
Okay.
Okay, so the squares, how many percent do you get?
98.
98%. So how do you do your working? Can I know?
98 out of 100 equals 98 over 100 equals 98%.
Okay, 98 of 100 is equals to 98%. It's just like this only, yeah? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you just have to put one in fraction form, then you put the other one in percentage form. So that's how you get 98%. Am I right? Okay, then part B. How do you get your triangles?
Huh?
How do you get the percentage for the triangles?
100 minus 98% equals to 2 out of 100 equals 2 over 100 equals 2%.
Okay, but do you write like this? Do you just write, okay, for the second part you don't have to put the fraction, you just minus the percentage will do. You just take 100%, which is the whole thing, minus triangles, how many percent?
Triangles is 98%.
No, sorry, square. Square is actually 98%. So you just take 100 minus 98 to get the answer 2%. Okay, so there's no need for you to change to the fraction form. You just put like this, 100 minus 98, get 2%. This is referring to who? This is referring to the triangles.
Okay.
So that's how we do it for this question. Boleh?
Yeah.
Okay, so the model drawing kan for this question, I want you to try and draw like how I have already drawn for you. I drawn for you twice kan. So I just want you to try and draw the model drawing on your own for question 2 ni. Then tomorrow kita discuss the model drawing. Boleh?
Okay.
Okay, so tomorrow remember we have lesson Next Sunday kita tak ada lesson.
Okay.
Boleh?
Yeah.
Okay, so sekejap So sekejap.
You just like inform my mother, then she will know.
Inform your mom
Yeah.
Can you, okay, but you just I don't have your mom's number, so most probably you just remind her tomorrow you are the tuition pukul 5 PM Boleh?
Okay.
Can I take note? Okay, so thank you. So you just log in into the same year tu. Apa? This Zoom link. Sorry, Google link ni. Do you have any questions for me?
So I just do this 3 and 4.
No. Your homework is just the question 2, the model drawing here.
Okay.
3, 4 we will do tomorrow. We will discuss together.
Okay.
Okay, so just draw the model drawing for question 2.
Okay.
Okay, any questions?
No.
No. So if tak ada, I see you tomorrow at 5 PM. Can?
Can.
Can. Okay, thank you, Dayan.
Bye.
Bye. Assalamualaikum.